Hello everyone, this is Jeff Green with a week 46 market analysis, and that's for the week of trading ending November 19th, 2021. So this week we're going to shift a few gears here, and we're going to look at a slightly different indicator that is kind of my favorite when you get past all the sort of short-term technical indicators. Let me widen these prices up for a while. So we're looking at the weekly chart. Diamonds on the left, SPY in the middle, and Qs on the right-hand side. And you can see that on the SPY, on the diamonds, we got a big down week here on not increasing volume, but certainly a decent amount of volume. MACD's certainly weakening. But here's what's bothering me. This indicator down here is the advanced decline line. And what this shows you is the cumulative number of stocks advancing versus declining. And what you would like to see is that as the market increases, you would like to see the advanced decline increasing at almost the same rate, or at least increasing. But what we're seeing here is a flattening of the advanced decline line. Even though we had a down week, you would expect some fall off here. We didn't see a lot of fall off on the Dow. But if you look at the SPY, and we'll look again at the daily charts here in a minute, you'll see a flattening here while the market's going up. And on the Qs, we'll see a flattening of the advanced declines while the market's going up. So like I said, you would like to see the advanced decline line increasing at the same time the overall indexes are increasing. So that's a little bit of worrisome on the weekly charts, especially since on the Qs here, we seem to be at the top of the channel. There's a good potential for it to fall. I don't think the market's strong enough to zoom higher than this channel. It may be strong enough to do something like this, but that has yet to be proven. I think we're seeing the same thing on the SPY. It's getting a little toppy. Whoops, what did I do there? It's getting a little toppy, and of course, what we saw in Friday's action is a topping tail, which sort of has me a little nervous. There's a doji and a topping tail here, so it's struggling to get over these highs. So these are the weekly charts. Let me bring up the same view on a daily chart, and we'll see what they say. I think if you look at these advanced decline lines, the results are a little bit more worrisome. So let me clear those off. So here's again the diamonds on the daily, the SPYs on the daily, and the Qs on the daily. So here's the same channel, and you can see, like I mentioned before, on the diamonds or the Dow, we're sort of stuck in this downtrending mode here. That's a classic downtrend pullback. We've got below this uptrend line, and we've got below the recent highs. The MACD's getting weaker. The on-bounce volume is falling off. DMI minus is above DMI plus. So these are all exquisitely bad signs. But you can also see here that the advanced decline line has fallen off, as you would expect. But the problem is that this point here on the advanced decline line is the same point as this here. So what you'd like to see is a flattening, which still may happen this week. We have no way of knowing what's going to happen. We don't make predictions. So the Dow's a little risky. But here's what really concerns me. When you get to the SPY and the Qs, you can see the SPY is sort of stalled here at this level of resistance. It really has made no forward progress in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11 days. MACD's getting weaker. Friday's trading was a little bit increased volume. But if you look at the flatness of this basing pattern here and the decrease in the advanced decline line in that same period of time, you notice an underlying, what I would call, rot in the market, right? Where the indexes are maintaining, but the number of stocks advances are falling off. And if you look at the Qs is a little bit more worrisome because you got a breakout above this pattern here. Even though this had a topping tail on it in Friday's action, it was in at least average volume. But the MACD is a little bit stronger, which is a good sign, and the on-bounce volume is a little bit stronger, and the DMI or ADX is holding its own. But again, if you look at the ADX line, and the ADX line is the same for each one of these charts, but you would expect at least this ADX line to be flat. But what do you see here? You see a significant turning down of the advanced decline line. So what does all this mean to us for the next week of trading? Well, we don't make predictions. I never make predictions. But this has me a little bit worried because you can see there's a mix of strength not only across the indexes, but across the number of stocks that are advancing and declining. So what that really means is that the number of stocks, I mean, if you took darts and threw your dart at a stock table, your chances of finding stocks that are going to increase is falling off from the stocks that might decrease. So it's a higher risk of advancing new positions. So my suggestion, especially with this upcoming short trading week before the Thanksgiving holiday, you might want to consider, if you have profits in extended stocks, you might want to consider taking those to the bank. You might want to consider postponing new purchases until we see this advanced decline line getting a little bit more healthy and we have more indexes breaking out to new highs. Like I said, the Q broke out across this basic pattern, but it's a little bit extended. Here's the top of the channel right in here. The SPY is what I would call at least an interim technically cheap point as long as the rally continues. But the Dow is kind of sucking wind here, and the MACD looks like it might go negative. That's a very worrisome event. So anyway, I hope this is useful, and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And if you're on holiday this week, a short holiday week, and stay tuned for 47 week. Like I said, it'll be a short trading week, but hopefully we'll have some more optimistic market news at the end of next week. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.